that a good reason?
What, them fanaticals? They've got addle brains, they have, for want of good protein.
It isn't them that's got the mad cow's disease, though, is it?
What are you saying to me?
Yeah.
Maureen? Yeah, surely. Don't talk with that lot, do you?
Oh, I'm not talking about me, Fred. I'm talking about you, putting them jackboots on over a piece of old chewing gum.
You know, for one awful minute, I thought you'd turned away from me.
Put it in the bin.
Especially as I were planning to invite you to come over for roast beef lunch on Sunday.
Oh, Sunday?
Now, I know you're working, but I'll be over early.
If my mother were to find out...
Good gracious, Maureen, you make it sound as if we're up to mischief. When all I am is here, working for nought, just for the pleasure of being in your company. Maud would be grateful for an arrangement like that, wouldn't she?
No, she wouldn't.
Well, why not?
Because she thinks you're only interested in me because you're after the shop.
What?
Angie thinks it's a great setup. It drives me mad. I mean, you don't normally expect to end up living with your girlfriend's ex, do you?
What time is it?
Nearly 1:45.
Oh, come on, where are you?
What do you know about him, Kev?
Hey?
Des. And what's his angle? Do you reckon he still fancies Ange?
Look, how the hell should I know?
Well, you know him. Would you trust him if you were me?
Look, I've just told you I don't know. Work it out yourself, will you?
Oh, cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
Just have one tell me what you're playing at.
You've read the letter. Now write your answer.
I want you to tell me what the hell you think you're doing.
I'm doing what I have to do for me and the girls, which I can't do by just talking to you myself. So let's just try and be civilised, shall we, Kevin?
Civilised? Right. Have it your own way. You want to fight? I'll give you the flaming fight.
We're here, folks.
So, where are they then?
Ange?
Well?
Well, they can't have gone upstairs already. Hello? We're back. Must have gone out.
Amazing.
Well, they definitely said that they were staying in tonight.
Really?
Otherwise, I wouldn't have invited you back.
Oh.
Honestly, Sam, I thought they'd be here, I did.
Well, I suppose you want me to leave now, then.
Eh?
Well, you haven't got your chaperones with you.
No, I meant...
I'm only teasing you, Des. Go and get us a drink.
Right, I'll go and get you a drink.
She's not doing this for the kids. She's doing it to bleed me dry, ain't she?
Oh, Kevin.
Well, she is. I've offered to give her money every month for the kids, but that's not enough.
Well, at least she's showing willing to pay her own share now she's got a proper job.
Yeah, and I'm going to make sure my share is less than she reckons.
What do you mean?
Well, look, the less I earn, the less she can take, right? So you know about accounting, so let's start cooking the books. Reduce my income.
You what?
Well, don't look surprised. It's what you did for your husband, that's what you said, innit?
You're not serious.
Well, why not? I've told her. If she wants to fight me through the courts, I'll fight her back any way I can.
Oh, Kevin.
You don't want me to end up skint, do you?
I will not cook the books.
I need you to.
No, you don't. I promise you, from experience, the last thing you need is for me to help you be nasty to Sally. Believe me, the only way for you both is to try to be fair.
Will it be the same again, or are you going to go for a short?
I'll tell you what, you haven't lost your sales technique, have you, Sandy?
Sorry, I'm not with you, Jim.
Don't worry your head. It'll be ingrained now.
Will it? What?
Don't worry, we used ourselves in the trade, so we do. Would Madam like 3 shelves or 4 in the corner? As opposed to would you like any shelves at all, you know what I mean? I believe it's called an open question, so it is.
Oh, is it?
Aye, as opposed to a closed one, which begs the answer yes or no, as in, you fancy another jar, Jim, you know what I mean?
Well, I just thought you'd a lot on your mind. You look like you could use another drink.
Fair play to you, Sandy, I do indeed, and I'd love another drink. But another thing I've learned is always think before you drink, especially when you have a big decision to make. So, when all's said and done, I think I'll say goodnight. See you, Barry.
See you, Jim.
Got you there, didn't he, Alec? Now, how shall I phrase this, ladies? Shall I sit at the top or at the bottom? Sales technique, you see. You can't say no, can you?
Is that a challenge, Gary?
Or are you asking nicely?
You're supposed to say one or... I was asking nicely.
Well, then sit down and have a crisp. Oh, we were just talking about Ken. He's had his little son Daniel to stay with him, and it's been a nightmare for him.
For us next door, too. Crying and screaming night after night. He just couldn't settle.
That's not common, though, is it?
Well, that's why they call it the terrible twos, isn't it?
Eh?
They could call them all terrible years, though, couldn't they? From what you see of parents struggling to cope.
Well, once was enough for me. I think I'd sooner dig roads than go back to bringing up a baby.
I mean it, Ange. How would you feel if you had to live with me and my ex-girlfriend?
I'd have gone well with her. It wouldn't bother me.
It'd bother you if she kept on leering at me.
What? Des doesn't leer.
He's always leering.
That's not leering, that's just Des.
Yeah, well, it hacks me off.
Well, poor sensitive you.
Look, I mean it, Ange. I'm fed up of listening to you two going on about your past. Having digs at each other like I wasn't there.
Oh, for God's sake, Chris, play another record. Ooh, sorry, showing me age there. Play another CD.
Had a good look round.
I have, thanks. Yeah, you got a nice place, Des. I like it.
Good. Another drink if you want.
Do you know, I'm having a really lovely evening. Thank you.
Me too.
I'll have to do it again sometime.
Whenever you like.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So tell me, Des,
Hmm?
have I seriously misjudged you?
Why? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you're so reserved tonight. You're so well behaved. I'm beginning to wonder if you don't really fancy me at all.
Oh, I know how I feel about you, Sam. I'm just not very sure how you feel about me, that's all.
Well, then I'll have to show you.
No. No, this is not right.
What do you mean? Why?
Well, it's not what you want, Samantha, is it? I mean, be honest.
If only I could be honest.
What's your problem, Sam?
It's a big question, isn't it? What is Samantha's problem? Because I've obviously got one, haven't I?
Do you want to tell me?
I need to tell someone, don't I? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I just need to stop fighting.
You just do what helps you, that's all.
You help me, Des.
Shut up, Chris!
Don't kill me then!
Going to bed.
Right, I'm off. Night, Des.
Good night.
Sorry, Des. Hope we haven't ruined anything.
Just don't make me answer that, eh, Ange?
I'll say my piece and then I'll go.
Fine. Hold that.
What for?
Just in case Alan comes and then you just give me some advice on some worktops.
Right. Fee, listen, Alan's not the man you should be marrying.
No, I'm not discussing that.
Please, Fiona, listen to me. Look, even when I see you together, even if you're just holding hands, it's crucifying me, so it is. I just want to grab you and say, please stop, and I know you feel it too. I can see it in your eyes. You're just clinging to this man because you're scared of facing the truth, aren't you?
Yeah, I am scared. And I'm clinging onto the only way out of this mess with you and Steve, and I can't see what else I'm supposed to do.
Okay, look. Fiona, there's another way out of this.
Yeah, have a nervous breakdown.
No. Marry me.
You are?
Fiona, I love you. I love you. Marry me.
Well, 2 nail-biting days till you find out her answer. On Sunday at 7:30.
Aren't you?
what I meant to ask you. Do you want a honeymoon? Yes? Honeymoon? Thing you go on after you're married?
Yeah.
Going away together?
I know what a honeymoon is.
Well, it doesn't have to be together. You could go away with someone else if you'd rather.
Just haven't thought about it.
Well, I quite fancy one. I only intend getting married once. May as well enjoy the perks. Only if we do, I'm going to have to book the time off. No, I could do that today. I told you I was working late, didn't I? Well, why don't I book a couple of weeks off today and then we can talk later about where we want to go?
You start on them, Spuds. I'll do the veggies later. Now I'll show you how a roast should be cooked.
I don't think Maxine eats a right lot.
I'm not surprised by the look of her. I've seen broom handles with more meat on them.
She's not got much of an appetite.
Then we'll have to tempt her then, won't we? The trick with your roast, are you listening?
Yeah.
Dust it lightly with mustard and flour, then bung it in a hot oven. Gas mark 8 for 20 minutes, then gas mark 5 for 20 minutes per pound and 20 over. Any questions?
No.
And if that doesn't get her juices flowing, then she's not human. I say, if that doesn't get her stuck in, then she's mechanical.
I'm not saying she don't eat anything, she just don't eat a lot.
Oh, and by the way, when we've done eating, and no Maxine has finished fiddling with her knife and fork or whatever else she's going to do to pass the time, I'd appreciate very much if you and her would make yourselves scarce. Because I've got business to discuss with Maureen, and I like the discussion to take place in private.
So where are we going to go?
Well, wherever you like, go for a walk. Better still come in here and do washing up. She does do washing up, does she, Maxine?
Oh, she does.
No, I just thought. If she never eats now, she might never need to. Oh, and you'll be wanting to put an onion in with them potatoes. Give them a bit of flavour.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
I'm telling you now.
Oh, well, thank you.
Come on, Ange, I only knew myself yesterday.
I don't believe you.
I said to Kevin, hey, don't ever get a holiday in this job. And he said, well, yeah, when do you want one? So I said, well, how about now? He said, OK. So I rang my mum yesterday and said, guess what? Coming home.
And finally, you thought you'd mention it to me.
I'm beginning to wish I hadn't.
Well, maybe I fancy a holiday. Maybe we could have had a holiday together. Did you think of that?
No, but if that's what you want, then OK. I'll just give her a call and say, I'm not going.
Oh, she'll be expecting you now.
She won't mind.
Yeah, but I will.
Morning. Here. Just don't mess them up before I had a chance to read them.
Have you heard this? He's going away for the week.
Yeah, he told me.
You told him?
It was when I was paying the rent.
Is there anybody you haven't told before me? I mean, anybody at all on the whole planet?
Well, hang on a minute. I'm sure I can think of somebody.
Oh, get lost, Chris.
Well, actually, I think I will. Go and get packed.
Oh, he's only young.
What were you doing with that Samantha woman, anyway? You looked like you'd got to the rubbing your faces together stage.
I don't know where we were up to. All I can remember is being rudely interrupted.
Did we spoil it for you?
Oh, I don't know. It's probably a good thing you did. Gives us both a chance for second thoughts.
You all right?
Yeah.
Do you want a drink?
Bit early.
I do love you, you know. If I'd said, do you want to go back to bed, you would have said, bit late.
Thinking of going round seeing Sally, actually.
Oh, yeah?
You're right. Could have talked to her about this solicitor's letter.
Talk to her rather than shout at her.
Yeah. Do you want to come?
What, to see Sally?
Oh, no, not come in.
Well, so what?
Sit in the car and go in the Rovers.
Kevin, if you want to go and see Sally, go and see her, but don't ask me to come.
I wasn't asking, I was just saying. Don't matter. I'll see you after.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
No, a man needs a wife like liver needs onions and a chicken needs stuffing, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I suppose.
See, I've been on my own for 14 years now. I bet you don't even remember Sybil, do you, Auntie Sybil?
No, not really. Except for seeing her in photos.
Ah. Marriage made in heaven, me and Sybil. It was just a pity that heaven decided to end it when it did.
How old were you when you got married?
21, I'd just done my national service.
I'm 21.
Made a man out of me.
National Service did?
Getting married.
All right.
National Service, I say National Service, made me selfish and lazy and no good for out. It was marriage to Sybil that made me grow up, made me take responsibility for another human being, not just myself. And it's not all one way. You marry someone, they're there to look after you, and that's a big thing in life. Not being on your own.
I know.
Especially men. Men on their own, they let themselves go. They've no shape, no purpose to their lives. I've seen it time and again. And so have you. Now look at that poor soul who were your landlord.
Don Brennan? You think all that happened because his wife left him?
I'm saying it didn't help. I'm saying there'd be a lot less psychopaths about if they got married and stopped that way. Now, for most men, marriage is their salvation, and they should grab it while they can. Have a look at them potatoes, see if they're browned yet.
Come on, love, pay them, man. Hiya! You all right? Hiya, sunshine? How's it going?
Wonderful time.
Magnifique time, thanks. Hiya, you all right?
It's a marvellous city. It's my spiritual home, Paris.
Oh, is it? Well, let's get into our little home, shall we?
Come on, let's see what we've
Oh,
got
yeah.
in these bags for you two.
Cheers, buddy. See you now.
Sorry. Right, how are you sure you don't want to go somewhere a bit more salubrious?
No, the roads will be fine.
All right, I don't care. I just want to get you drunk.
Yes?
Look, I'm sorry about the other day. It's just a letter took me by surprise.
What? Did you think we're just going to sit here and starve to death?
Look, can I come in? Can we talk about it? I mean, rather than have the whole street listening.
Okay. No, I'm right in the middle of washing, so you're going to have to wait.
Hiya, girls! Hey, come here! Come here, then, eh?
Actually, what would be helpful is if you could just entertain these two for 10 minutes while I get myself sorted out. I mean, I presume you just haven't come to see me. I presume you've come to see them and all.
Of course I have, yeah.
Right, well, you can ask them what they've been up to. That's before you start asking me.
Hey, so show me what you've been doing then. Who's done this? Hey, you done this together? Is this a picture of Daddy?
Hiya.
Hi.
Hiya.
I'll have a pint, please, and what you want?
Oh, white wine. Right. And I'll get 'em. You're going to need all your money for train fares.
I'm hitching.
Oh, well, you get 'em then.
You won't even know I'm gone. You still have Des to keep you company.
Yeah, well, he's more my age.
Which is, I suppose, why you spend more time with him than you do with me.
Yes, but the time I spend with you, dearest, is what we call quality time.
Do you know, I'm beginning to regret taking this money off Steve.
Why? That was the agreement, Willie, wasn't it? I mean, he puts up the money for the whole project, then when the money starts coming back in, then he gets his whack, doesn't he?
Well, I hope he don't regret it.
He's not the regretting type, Stephen. After all what he's been through, he can't afford to be, I don't suppose.
Fee?
Sorry?
No, I'm saying I think it's probably best if we stop looking for a house for now. Settle for living in the flat, at least till after the wedding.
Yeah, whatever you like.
Well, and then we're going to have a lot more time for looking around.
You have me some scone then?
Huh? Yeah, go on. Yeah, give us a chicken curry and chips.
Pie, please.
Well, it's very good of you ladies to join us. And that's all, Ashley.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
It's nice to be asked.
Well, nobody likes eating on their own. Where's the pleasure in that? Nor living on their own either.
Well, I quite like eating on my own. It's such a rare event. Got my mother there most of the time.
Put me off my food with that.
Maxine, you live at home with your parents, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Should move out, really, but just need somebody to give us a push.
Well, we're all too much on our own. I mean, there's plenty enough time for that when we're dead and gone. Too late for company then.
Oh, you are cheerful.
Could be giving it a bit of encouragement. Oh, I must warn you, I've not made any super starters.
Oh, starters all I have sometimes.
Not today, you won't.
Shall I take the stuff through, Uncle Fred?
In a minute. We'll have a toast first.
A toast?
Right, everybody, raise your glasses and join me in drinking to... good company.
Good company.
Good company. Good company.
Look, what I want to know is what's behind this? Is this supposed to tell me you can't trust me, we can't talk? What?
Well, we weren't talking, were we?
Tell it, I work in the garage 6-7 days a week. You go past every day to go to Baldwin's. All you have to do is stick your head round the door. You can talk to me anytime.
And why should I come looking for you? Why weren't you coming round here to find out if we were managing? Find out if I could afford to keep feeding and clothing your children?
Yeah, OK, look. I'm here now, Anna.
Because of that letter, that's the only reason. So don't make out I'm stupid because I went to a solicitor and it's that brought you round here.
So what? What are you saying? You're short of money?
I am, yeah. Like it says in that letter.
Never mind the letter. I'm here now. We don't need solicitors and letters. Just tell me.
I know I'm working, but that doesn't pay much. And I've got childminder's money to take off that. And top and bottom of it is I can't manage. I'm being absolutely honest with you, Kevin. I can't. Every week I've been drawing into our savings, and it's nearly all gone. All that money that we had in the building society for emergencies.
Yeah, look. Don't worry about that.
How can you say don't worry about it? Of course I worry about it.
OK, so how much? How much extra do you need till you'd have enough?
Well, you know yourself, there's the mortgage and there's bills.
Yeah?
That's even before I start to think about food and clothes.
Yeah, OK, I get the picture.
And Rosie wants to go on a school trip and I don't even think I can afford to send her on that.
Hey, come on. Of course you can. Stop it, Sal. Look, just write a list of all the stuff you've been telling me. Make a list, add it all up. Then we can work out how much you should be giving you.
I'm not trying to hurt you, Kev. I've got to think about our children.
I know you have. And so have I. So come on. Do it. Make a list.
I will.
Now then, is there aught else I can get you? Another drink?
Oh, not a thing. I've had what my mother would call an elegant sufficiency.
And have you enjoyed it?
Absolutely lovely from start to finish.
Well, I'm very pleased. So, one good turn deserves another, doesn't it? Will you marry me?
Fred!
Why not, Maureen? I'd make you so happy, I swear I would. You could eat like that every day.
I couldn't. Once a week's enough.
Well, once a week, then. I mean, whatever you like, that's how it'd be. Oh, Maureen, why not? Say yes. It's such a little easy word to say. Yes.
I've told you, Fred, I'm not ready to marry anybody. Not yet. If I were, then, of course, my answer might be different. But as it is, if you will keep asking me, I will have to keep giving you the same answer.
You know how you said that one day you wanted to move out your parents' house?
Yeah.
Did you mean it?
Yeah, I suppose I did, really. Want to get around to it?
Well, would it help if... What I mean is... Look, put that down, come and sit over there a minute.
What?
I want to ask you something.
What's the matter?
You know I'm mad about you, don't you?
Get up.
Maxine, will you marry me?
Is this a joke?
No, I'm dead serious.
Well, I don't know what to say. Get up, I can't speak to you like that.
I mean, I don't earn a lot of money now, but I will do one day. My Uncle Fred's not going to want lunch shop forever.
Well, it's not a matter of that.
Well, then.
I don't want to marry anybody yet. What made you say that?
I wanted to.
Well, you shouldn't have. I mean, I don't want to get married for years.
Sorry.
No, you think I'm awful?
No. It's my fault. I shouldn't have said out.
I think I better go.
Yeah, okay. I'll do this.
Hiya.
Hiya.
Hi.
Yes, please. You know, I reckon I should get rid of my lodgers, don't you?
Why's that?
Because they always come back home when you don't want them to. Or perhaps you didn't see it like that. Perhaps you thought they arrived back in the nick of time.
I never said that.
Hello. All right, Curly. Do you want a pint? Oh, yes, please.
Right then, yeah.
Anyway, one of my lodgers is going away next week, so that should improve our chances if you fancy coming round again.
Yeah, I'd love to. When do you want me? Sorry, Curly?
Nothing.
Well, Wednesday would suit me if it'd suit you.
I'll make sure it does.
See, people will expect me to defend myself. Blame Sally, but I can't, can I? Because it wasn't her fault, it was my fault. I've abandoned my wife and kids. Well, I have, haven't I?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I didn't mean to, but it's what I've done, so now I've got to live with it.
Have you not thought about going back?
She wouldn't have me.
Well, that's what she's saying,
No,
but...
she wouldn't. No chance. There's no way to go back. From now on, got to go forward.
Gin and tonic and Mavis?
Oh, sweet sherry.
Sweet sherry.
Right.
Yeah, they had a wonderful time by all accounts. Mind you, it'd be hard not to in Paris, wouldn't it?
Derek and I had our honeymoon in Paris.
Oh, did you, Mavis? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise.
So I've got some very happy memories of it.
Oh, well, that's good. Judy, how's your little friend Zoe? Is she still stopping with you?
Yeah?
Well, it can't be long before the baby's due by my calculations.
Well, I'm sure your calculations are spot on, Audrey, so I'll take your word for it. £2.95, please.
See you, Sammy. See you, boys.
Bye. See you, Samantha.
See ya.
All right.
Yeah, not bad. Even my own dad hates me.
So, listen, things still the same between Kevin and Sally?
Yeah, they are. Likely to stay that way and all.
Right then.
Right, well, I'll see you then.
Are you going to tell your mother about me?
Well, like what?
Well, that you've met this beautiful, sophisticated older woman who's initiated you into manhood.
You gotta be joking. She never let me come back.
Oh, well, we don't want that, do we? Best keep quiet then.
I think so. Bye.
Aye.
Listen, your man looked as if he was on his way to work or something.
Yeah, he was.
So, you're on your own then?
Yeah.
Martin saw Kevin in the pub.
So you're up to date then?
Well, it seems that not a lot's changed.
Only for the worse. Started arguing about money now. Oh, hello, what is it this time? Yes, and get one for Sophie while you're at it. I mean, I look at Kevin now and I think, what's happened? What's happened that's made you so you could turn your back on me and the children? Or was it me? Am I the one that changed?
No.
Well, something happened.
Natalie, that's what happened. That's all that needs to happen.
You got one each?
Yeah.
All right, good girls. But don't make a mess in there, will you?
According to Martin, Kevin's really upset about everything.
So why did he do it, Gail? Or is it that men just can't help themselves? It's some sort of disease they suffer from. They see another woman and that's it. Nothing else matters. Is that what it is?
Well, I think it might be, yeah.
Are you saying that every married man would leave his wife for somebody else if he got the chance? He'd leave his wife and his children and not even be bothered what happened to them, whether they had enough money to live on. They'd all do it, would they?
No,
No!
I'm not saying... Not all.
Then why did he do it? Gail, why did he put me through this? Because I lie awake every night crying my eyes out because I can't understand what I've done to him that makes him put me through anything as awful as this.
Uncle Fred,
Right.
I think I've made a fool of myself.
Why? What have you done?
I've asked Maxine marry me.
You've done what?
Well, it was everything you said about how men should get married. And how you got married when you were my age.
And what were her answer?
She said no.
Well, yes, and who can blame her? Asking her to marry her just like that, It's a big step. It's one of the biggest you'll ever take in your life. You can't go just blurting it out like that. Supposing she'd said yes and you changed your mind. She could have taken you for every penny you've got.
I wouldn't have minded that. It's her saying no, that's worst thing. She's never going to want to see me again, is she?
Well, it's your own fault. I've no say. You've only been going out with the girl for 2 minutes and you're after marrying her. I shouldn't think she'd ever want to see you again. I should think she'd run a mile.
Do you think I should go round and apologise?
I think. You want to know what I think?
Yeah.
I think you've got to learn to control your feelings where women are concerned. Treat them decent, yes. Tell them they look nice. But don't let them know how desperate you are to marry them, because once they know that, they've got you right where they want you, and they will take full advantage.
Look, I'd prefer it if we talked down here rather than...
Fine, whatever you want.
Yeah. I'm sorry if I sounded nasty the other night.
Listen, Faye, don't worry your head about that. I don't think I helped matters much by proposing to someone who I knew full well was engaged in the first place, you know?
Yeah, well, I am.
So, I take it the answer's still no?
Still no.
And, I also take it you haven't said anything to Alan?
No, nor do I intend to, and I really hope you don't either.
Well, what would the point be? But I do have something I'd like to say, Faye.
Look, Jim, if it's about Alan, I really don't want to hear
Fiona.
it.
Look. 2 weeks ago, you and I were upstairs in that flat together. And Alan wasn't even in the frame. As a matter of fact, I didn't think he had a chance of getting back with you. And then,
Jim,
the very next day, what are you doing? You're running after him. You're dragging him back here. And now you're marching him down the aisle to the altar.
what, and you think that's because of you?
Yes. Yes, I think it is, yes.
Well, you're wrong.
You see, I think you're chasing after Alan again because you don't trust yourself to be around with me.
No.
Fiona, you're marrying the wrong man. And what's even worse is you're doing it for the wrong reasons, so you are. Faye, look. I want you to be happy, honest to God I do. I just think you'd have a better chance if you started off by being honest with yourself. Okay? I'll see you.
Hurry up, Bill will be waiting. What's up with you?
Nothing.
Well, you can't be sick. You're never sick.
Look, I just didn't fancy getting up at the crack of dawn going to work. Just once, okay?
All right. Well, I'll tell the chauffeur to wait in the rolls then, shall I? Up until you are ready to go to work.
You know, I seem to remember a couple of weeks ago you asking me to go without you. And I don't recollect giving you any griefs.
Well, you did as a matter of fact. The only thing is, I didn't have a bag on. No, I went to go and see Slater to try and get the job sewn up.
I'm well aware that you're financing us at the moment, son. But if you keep using that fact, I might as well quit now. You get my drift?
Excuse me, I didn't say anything. Look, I've busted a gut to get us within sniffing distance of some decent money. We can't afford to blow it now, Dan.
Do you know, I'm sure that you, Willie and the lads can manage without me for one day, eh?
Oh, it's a day now, is it?
Yes.
Oh, well, thanks very much, Dad. Don't try lecturing me about responsibilities ever again, please.
I thought Kevin was... He had to go to Sheffield. Some equipment we might be buying, so I'm catching up while it's quiet.
Well, I'm sorry I disturbed you. What am I apologising to you for?
Sally, please.
What? Sorry for busting up my life.
I didn't intend this to happen.
Have you got any idea what you've done? Not just to me, but to two little girls whose whole world has suddenly fallen apart and they don't understand why. What do I tell them when they ask why Daddy's not with us anymore? Oh, some rich bitch fancied a bit of rough, so he said ta-da.
Do you want to leave a message?
You can give him this. It's a list of expenses, how much I'm going to need from him each month to keep us afloat. I know it'd suit you if the ground just opened up and the three of us just fell through it. But that isn't going to happen.
That's not what I want.
I don't give a toss what you want. It's what I want that counts.
Oh, heck, that stuff doesn't half sting. But it pleases the ladies. Don't ask me why they find aftershave more appealing than the good earthy smell of a fresh cut side of beef, but they do. No accounting for taste. I say no accounting for taste. You're not still fretting over yesterday.
No.
We can't have this. It takes more than a little setback to get a good man down.
You won't call it a little setback if your proposal had been chucked back in your face.
Never had the experience, I wouldn't know. A thoroughbred with good Elliot blood in his veins doesn't fall at the first fence. A no doesn't necessarily mean it won't be yes the second time around. Or third. Soldier on, lad. Faint heart never won fair lady, that's all I'm saying.
She won't say yes. Not if you ask her 100 times. She thinks I'm a right joke.
Nay, you're wrong. Lass is very fond of you.
Yeah, enough to mess about with. But not enough to marry, obviously.
Aye. It can hurt. Knowing they're only putting up with you until somebody better comes along. Someone thinner, someone younger, with more hair.
I'm not old, or fat, or bald.
No, of course not, lad. Don't listen to the ramblings of an old man. Well, middle-aged. It's cold. Pour kettle on for boiling.
Have you? When? Oh, yeah, that'd be brilliant. Right, I tell you what, could you pencil that in for me? And then I'll give you a call back. Brilliant. All right, thanks ever so much. Bye-bye. Yes. Sorry about that.
Sounds like good news.
Yeah, it was. It was St Luke's, the church where we're getting married. They've had a cancellation in November. Sounds if we want it.
Oh, I thought I'd heard something about January.
Yeah, it was, but this way it means that we can be a married couple by Christmas.
Oh, and here's me thinking romance was dead.
Well, where's it going with you and Handsome?
Oh, nowhere much.
No? I thought you two were together.
Well, we are today, but tomorrow, who knows? It's called living for the moment.
Oh, right, so he hasn't asked you to marry him, then?
Marry him? Oh, Chris's idea of commitment is keeping his toothbrush in the same bathroom 2 nights running.
Now, you see, Alan is the complete opposite. He is dead possessive, but I don't actually mind it that much.
Well, if you want couture gown at not couture prices, you know where to come.
What, do you make wedding dresses?
Make anything if the price is right. Mind you, a November deadline might be a bit tight.
The Pompidou Centre's horrible. I mean, all those ugly pipes on the outside, it's a balmy idea. But everything else, ooh, takes your breath away. Left Bank, Sacre-Cœur, Montmartre. I mean, it's just like you imagined it. I mean, it's not a letdown in any way. It's just like you're in a movie. We even walked along the Seine holding hands, pretending we were romantic young lovers.
Where you are?
I'm a middle-aged housewife with 3 kids. But just for a few days, felt like Audrey Hepburn.
And Martin as Cary Grant.
Now you are fantasising, but we had a fantastic time. Thanks to you. Oh, and thanks for the advice about the comfy shoes.
Hi, Mum. Now, madam, I've got a bone to pick with you. That night cream you bought me from the duty free, it's for dry skin.
Let's have a look. It says for mature skin.
Yeah, well, it means dry. flaky, wrinkly. I've got a very fine skin, me. They always tell me that when I have my facials. In fact, they say you have got the skin of a 30-year-old Mrs. Roberts.
Ma'am, I bought you what you asked for. I got it from the duty free. I can't take it back like it comes from Kendall's.
Yes, I know, love. Well, I'm not throwing it away, not at that price. Oh, I suppose I'll just have to use it.
We have to get Mr. Roberts to take you to Paris.
Now, Roy, that is not a bad idea.
Well, what I can't understand is why he has to go off the rails right now. I mean, when everything's going so sound. He'll have more money in his pocket than he's seen in a long time when we finish this job.
But everything's not about money, is it?
Well, what's his problem then?
Look, I don't know, believe me, you know. Maybe he's lonely, eh?
Well, go out and meet someone then. No one's asking him to stay in his flat on his Jack Jones night after night, are they?
Yeah, but look, Steve, it's not that easy at our age. Believe me, I know. Yes, love? Can we help you?
Oh, yeah, Rachel Forbes from Marshall Loveday. The estate agency will be handling the rentals for Mr. Slater.
Oh, right, yeah.
I wanted a word with your boss. Do you know when he'll be around?
Well, do you know what? As it happens, you're in luck. Ain't you, Mr. MacDonald?
You're in charge.
Well, he's the one that signed the agreement with Slater.
Well, in that case, there's a few things I'd like to run by.
All right, lads, look, I'll set before you set. I've been messing you about of late, but I'm here now, so I'll do the business, all right?
Jim, this is Miss Forbes. She's come from the estate agents. She wants to discuss a few details with the boss.
I'm busy.
After work, then?
Yeah, after work, I'll be dead on, so it would, you see, your man here usually takes us for a few jars after a day's work, you know, down the Rover's Return, Coronation Street, you know the boozer?
I'll find it. I'll see you later, then.
Thanks very much, lads, yes.
Maxine, not about?
No, she got off early. She's gone to go and meet Ashley.
Ah.
Oh, that's a point, actually. I heard you had a very interesting lunch yesterday.
Yes, very pleasant it was, yes.
Oh, that's not what I heard. I heard there were people going down on one knee.
I beg your pardon?
It's all right, Maxine's been blabbing.
Look, I don't know what Fred Elliott's been saying, but it's an entirely private affair between...
Oh, it's all right. Maxine doesn't mind people knowing that she's had a proposal. She's quite chuffed about it, really.
Maxine? Oh, from Ashley, I suppose.
Yeah, it wasn't from Uncle Fred, was it? No. But she said no. Apparently, it was quite nice to be asked, though.
Oh, yes. Right. Why did she say no?
I'm not quite sure, actually. I mean, she said she's very fond of him, but she just says she's not madly in love with him, you know?
Well, that's very sensible. She's got a lot of living to do, hasn't she, before she gets tied down?
Yeah, but some of us are madly in love, though. That is why we have no doubts.
Oh.
Do we?
Definitely. Do we what?
Have any doubts about getting married?
Aha. Why do I feel like I'm about to be softened up?
How can you keep an air of mystery in your relationship when you're going out with a detective? Go on then, D.S. McKenna. Detect.
No. This is my lunch hour. I'm afraid you are going to have to tell me.
All right, then. St. Luke's. I've had a cancellation. November 7th. I said that we'd call them back.
Brilliant. Call them.
What, is that OK by you?
Again, that's fantastic by me.
Well, you don't mind bringing it forward?
No.
I mean, I know John...
Just give them a call or I'll do it for you.
No. No, it's all right. I'll do it. I've got to do something first, though. Maureen, can you just excuse me while I give my fiancé a snog? Come here.
It can't be this much.
Are you suggesting I'd rip you off?
Of course not, but
it
I mean...
It can't be a total surprise. You must have some idea how much it costs to run a family.
I do, but I've never actually sat down and worked it all out.
No, you always got me to do it. Sally'll manage, she'll cope. There were times when it was a right struggle and all.
I've never shirked my responsibilities.
Until now.
I'm not doing now, but this is nearly all my wages.
Mine too. I chip in and all.
Even so, how did we manage?
You didn't have 2 women to support.
I don't support Natalie.
You've still got 2 sets of living expenses.
Look, I'm sorry, Sal. There's no way I can afford to fork that out every month. No way at all.
If it goes to court, it could end up costing you even more. That's up to you.
What are you doing here?
Hoping to see you.
Oh, like going to the zoo, is it? Like looking at monkeys in a cage?
Look, I want a word, but not in the shop. Have you got half an hour?
No.
Well, what about your lunch break?
I'm working through it.
Well, all right, I'll come in the shop then.
I've got deliveries due.
Well, fine, you can give me a lift home.
I'm not going in your direction.
Ashley!
Never mind me prattling on about Paris. How have you coped? I mean, was Toya a help or a hindrance?
Well, a bit of each, really. I mean, she's young. We've all got to learn.
She will with a name like that. I mean, I thought Sarah Lou was a bit exotic at the time, but Toya...
I've often pondered how names shape character. I wonder if I'd turned out a completely different person if I'd been a Magnus, say, or a Barnaby.
Magnus Cropper? Nah, you're a Roy.
Precisely what I mean.
Can I have another? I'm going to right back now, aren't I? Another ice bun, please, girl.
OK.
You'll lose it again, won't you, fat baby? Flipping up, sir. No lad's going to fancy me looking like a tub of lard. So, how come you couldn't have one? You never said. In firing blanks, was it? Happens a lot these days. It's to do with global warming or something. No, it's me.
Yeah.
I had an abortion years ago. I wasn't much older than you. Anyway, something went wrong and I was left with my tubes all mucked up. Well, at least you can have a good time without having to worry. I don't want a good time. I want a baby. Yeah, right. Any road, you're having one now. They're doing it best way, if you ask me. A bit like ordering a takeaway, really. Delivered straight to your door and someone else has to do all the messy stuff.
Hi. Right, can I have 2 chicken salads on brown, please? My fiancé has this habit of turning up for his lunch without warning and always when I've got no chef in him.
Ah, they do that to catch you out.
Oh, come on, it can't happen to you.
Oh, don't kiss yourself. If I try to fob them off with cafe leftovers, they organise a mass sub. You can't win. Anything else?
Yes, can I have 2 eclairs, please? It is a celebration sort of. So.
Am I allowed to ask what?
Yes, you may. We're moving the wedding forward. Managed to get cancellation November 7th.
Ah, that's brilliant.
Isn't it? I was just saying to the girls now it means that we'll be spending our first Christmas together as Mr. and Mrs. McKenna. There you go. Keep the change.
Thank you.
See you later.
Well, you've seen the figures, I haven't. Do you think she's trying it on?
No, it's not Sally's style. But the bottom line is it's still leaving me skint.
She thinks it's all the red roses and champagne dinners you've been buying me that's doing it, doesn't she?
She thinks I've got more expense, yeah, which is true.
I don't make any financial demands on you, Kevin. It was your idea to help with the housekeeping, not mine.
Look, I don't want to be a kept man, Natalie.
Does it matter who pays the bills so long as they get paid? I can cope. It's getting things sorted out with her, that's the main thing. Because until you do, we can't get on with our lives. And that's all I want, Kevin. You and me together with no stupid niggles about stupid money spoiling things. I love you. Do you love me?
You know I do.
Well then, that's what's important, isn't it? Now give us a kiss.
What? Here.
Here.
I lied to her. I told you I had some deliveries to make.
Ah, well, she had naught to say that you'd want to hear.
I don't know that, do I? I didn't give her a chance.
Ah, well, we'll never know then, shall we? Now, come on, sup up, lad. We've got hungry customers waiting. On second thoughts, wait for me in van. I'll be along later.
Right.
Don't care for the way she's done your hair today.
You never like the way I have my hair done.
Well, I preferred it last time.
Last time you said she cut it too short.
I don't want to make a pest of myself. To everything there is a time, and this isn't it. I just want to say, I won't give up. I say I won't give up. It's not in my nature.
Give up on what?
Fred, please.
I have asked your lovely daughter to do me the honour of becoming my wife. She hasn't said yes so far, but I live in hopes. Good day to you both.
I'm not stopping. I'm on my way home. I just wanted to see how you were.
Apart from my husband telling me he can't afford to support me and the kids, I'm fine.
He didn't.
He says he repays what I'm asking. It's going to leave him broke.
Well, tough.
Try to stay angry. It's so easy when she's around.
Sal, he left you.
No. But there are times when I look at him, Gail, and he's not that horrible monster that left me for another woman. He's my Kevin. And I just have to kick myself hard.
I'll get it.
Hey.
Oh. I'll be on my way.
Where are the girls?
They're at a party. I'm just going to go and get them.
Look, Sal, about the money. It's okay.
You've decided you can afford it after all.
No, it'll be a struggle, but I'll manage. Last thing I want to do is see you and the girls go short.
Oh, that's big of you.
It's a right mess, isn't it?
That's one word for it.
So when can I see him?
Whenever you want.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lay down rules and timetables. You're the dad.
Thanks for being so understanding.
It's more than you deserve.
Yeah, I know.
It's not all a bed of roses, is it? These mad, passionate affairs.
It's not a mad
I don't want to
passion.
know what it is. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm just glad that we've got all this money thing sorted out.
So am I. Right. Best go then.
Yeah.
Maxine, can I speak to you?
I was under the impression you didn't want to talk.
I was out of order when you come round earlier. I'm sorry.
Too right you were.
I know.
And silly.
Yeah.
Look, Ash, I don't want to marry you. I just don't want to marry anybody yet. Doesn't mean I don't want to marry one day.
When?
I don't know, Ash. I suppose when I'm a bit older. When I'm ready for the commitment of husband and kids.
I didn't mention anything about kids.
It's part of the deal, isn't it? I mean, I suppose I want them one day, but not yet. I mean, do you?
It does scare me a bit.
Yeah, I mean, look at Fee and Alan. Middle-aged already. I just want to have a bit of fun.
Fun? Right.
With you, you daft wazzock, come here. Mwah. Oh.
So, why didn't you tell me?
Because there's nothing to tell. I'm so sorry about this, Audrey.
Oh, it's all right. My daughter's always keeping secrets from me.
I bet she told you when she were getting wed, though.
Getting weird, who?
No, buddy, she's got it all wrong. It's her age, you know.
It's my legs that's gone, not my brain. Though that probably won't be long once I go into an old folks' home.
Did I mention putting you in a home, did I?
Not yet, but it'll loom. Like with Reg Holsworth. He were always looming when he were around. No thanks to him, I weren't carted away the minute he got his ring on your finger. But I won't be so lucky second time round.
Oh, go on, Steve. Put that away, Steve. My round by way of apologising for letting you down. Sammy?
Hey, well, I think it's worth more than one, don't you, Steve?
I'd say at least 3, but at least 3.
Push your luck. So am I included in this, then? Who never let you down? Well, you haven't, Jim, but you never know. Sammy, £4, please, Holly. Right. Result, huh? Very nice.
Aye, aye. You look in, Steve, eh?
Yeah, shut up, Bill. It's not funny.
What's this?
These two jokers have set me up, haven't they?
Hi.
Hi.
You found it all right?
Oh, no problem.
Well, come on, boss. You going to buy the young lady a drink?
Boss. So, what was it you wanted to discuss then?
There's some discrepancy over the number of single units and those for family occupancy. According to the original plans...
Rachel, I'm so sorry. It's Rachel, isn't it? First things first, what would you like to drink?
White wine would be lovely, thanks.
White wine? Samantha, white wine, please.
So it's November 7th now? It's all fixed. There's going to be no changes, it's definite now.
Actually, I have a better idea. They don't do champagne by the glass. So, how do you fancy a bottle?
Great.
Listen.
There you go, lads.
Ooh, there you go, here we go. 2 glasses of red when you're ready, please, Sam.
So how many times have you fixed this date now, then?
This is 3rd time looking. But I don't want to wait any longer than I have to now. Can you blame us, eh?
I suppose this is Fiona's idea, eh? Come on away in here and tell everybody your good news. Is that the crack?
No. Jim, why don't you let your son fight his own battles, mate?
No,
it's not like I've got any quarrel with you. Oh, well, let me buy you a drink. I'll show you there's no hard feelings, all right?
I suppose she put you up to that as well.
You what?
Fiona, keep everyone sweet, you know?
Jim.
No, it's all right. I can handle this, sweetheart. Now, I've offered to buy you a drink. Don't make a big deal out of it. What's it got to do with my Fiona, anyway?
Oh, I think you'll find it's got an awful lot to do with Fiona. Why don't you ask her? Eh?
Holly Hunter travels across Africa in search of the world's fastest land animal. In the Wild is next.
What is the point of trying to be civil to a bloke like Jim McDonald? I should have bought him that pint and tucked it in his face.
No, you shouldn't.
Well, you tell me, what, is he vicious or is he just plain warped?
Just confused, I expect.
Confused, right? What's he doing shifting blame onto you? I don't know what he's blaming you for anyway. His son seems to be fine as far as I can see.
I just think that Jim is stuck on the idea that me and Steve are somehow meant for each other, like without me he's going to go to pieces again.
I can't believe he still thinks that.
Well, I'm sure that's where it comes from.
Well, that must wind you up, surely.
No. I just feel sorry for him. I mean, you've seen what kind of state he gets himself in now.
Oh, tell me about it. Oh, all right, I'm sorry. I suppose I get in the state myself, don't I?
Understandably, though.
Oh, you're an angel, you are. Mwah. I'm sorry. See you later.
And you were never up at dawn marinating king prawns for me.
Yeah, but horses for courses, and you were never that fussy.
It'll take a bit more than a bit of spicy wok work to win Samantha.
Well, one thing I definitely don't need is you coming back at the crucial minute.
Don't worry, I'll be well away.
You better be. Hey, what are you lot doing here? Come here.
Just got back from Karen's.
Whose?
Childminder. Only one of her kids has gone down sick, so she's having to take him to the doctor. So we're stuck.
Oh.
So it looks like you'll have to look after him.
Hey?
Well, I've got to go to work.
Don't be daft, you can't stay with me.
Why not?
Well, what do you think I'm trying to do? Plus I'm on my Todd, Chris is away.
Well, you just have to fit in round them then, won't you?
Well, why me? Why not you?
Because unlike you, I'm not my own boss.
Sally, this is stupid. I can't run a garage and look after 2 kids.
You said you wanted access, Kevin. I'll be back around 7.
Daddy, what are we gonna do?
Morning.
Hi, Janice. What's up?
Well, I'd just wondered, you know, if you could tell me out yet about how Leanne. Well, you said you'd think about giving her a job here with us.
Right, you're Leanne.
Only I was wondering, like, when? Because she's been nagging me non-stop to ask you again.
Right, well, the thing is, Janice, we're not going to be in a position to take on any more machinists.
What, not even one?
Not for the foreseeable future, really. There's nothing I can do about it, I'm afraid. It's supply and demand.
Well, haven't you got out else then? I mean, she's that keen. She'd start off sweeping floors if she could only get a chance.
Has she not had any luck elsewhere?
Not for one to try, and I promise you. All there's now around is the for young uns.
Well,
Mike did mention to me about taking on a cleaner.
Yeah?
Well, cleaner, general dog's body.
Well, that's her then. Or she make a smashing little cleaner. I tell you, you want to see her bedroom. She keeps that stereo spotless. CDs all stacked up nice. And clothes folded neat and tidy. She shows me up rotten.
Well, I suppose we could think about giving her a trial.
Give who a try?
Janice's daughter as a cleaner.
Hey?
Well, you did say, Mike.
Honest, Mr. Baldwin, she's a really hard grafter.
Is she?
And we do need somebody, don't we?
Yeah, somebody good, yeah.